What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. There's now seeing the words that Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis coming back to haunt her. This isn't the first time we've seen her saying some questionable, embarrassing things that have truly come back around to bite her where it hurts. We now got her running back into that church, guys, trying to spread lies, race bait, and throw that race car on the table once again, guys. I know it's old and tired, but she's going to keep playing it, guys. And what I'm saying is we're seeing a pattern. I think this thing is heading straight towards its demise. One thing I'm seeing is, every time she's heading in that church to spread those lies, she is on the losing side, and that's every single time, guys. I'm excited to get the update, see exactly what's got Fani Willis losing her mind this time, heading straight towards the dumpster with this case. We're gonna get straight to the update, and I'll give my thoughts on the back end, guys. Definitely stick around to the end. You guys get my thoughts on the back end, and also YouTube push this video out. Definitely stick around until the end, you guys. Yeah, let's get straight to the news. Before we do that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button for me, and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, y'all.
Tyrus of Greg GUTFELD fame and wrestling fame calls out Fani Willis, says her speech is narcissistic. We'll let you watch and decide. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the Happy Patriots are. We've been following the whole Fani Willis thing from the very beginning. And we're going to give you a brief update on where she's at the very end. But first,
others have found ire with the media for not checking those who unfairly attack African-American women.
The audio is really bad on that speech, but that's her once again bringing up that people are unfairly attacking African-American women. We've had a lot of African-American women on this channel who will disagree with her. I don't see where the ethnicity plays into the attacks, and the fact that she's avoiding her own behavior tells you everything about this lady.
But that same media will jump at the morsel of a chance to tear a sister down.
The media is jumping at the chance to tear a sister down. Is that what the media wants? Media loves women, loves black women. I think they want to tear you down for different reasons than that.
While they over there running their mouth, I'm over here paying them no mind. Thriving, ambitious, winning.
Yeah, she's just waiting. Okay, we're going to get to Tyrus's explanation now of what he sees. But first,
I'm so tired of hearing these idiots call my name as Fani in a way to attempt to humiliate me. Because like silly schoolboys, the name reminds them of a woman's rear.
Because that whole speech ends up being very loaded, just that she came out to talk. She's defending herself.
Listen, if you're not doing nothing, there's no reason to speak. She doesn't need to have these meetings. She's doing her job. Yeah.
This is about tactics. That's really what I look at on this show. I'm trying to show you guys the kinds of things that go on in media that maybe we don't quite fully grasp, like that she's out defending herself. And like Tyrus said, if you're out winning, you don't have to go out and make these kinds of defenses. So this is her admitting that she's falling out of favor with the public.
And it's just hilarious how it's always the system is after me, not your inappropriate behaviors that got you in this, not some of your court proceedings and expenditures and whatnot. No, it's the system. It's always very convenient.
And this is true of all victims. And look, I'm an artist, okay? And we go and we act like someone maybe owes us a living. And you just go, look, I can't make a living. It's the system. It's them. It's never me. It's they. If I have some kind of a problem, and victims will tend to blame the other person, and people who take personal responsibility tend to look inside first and say, what can I do with what I did?
And that speech to me just drips of just narcissism and trying to make excuses for bad performance.
And it's all cosplay because she's trying to act like she's all hot and she knows all that. This is called the confidence men. Fake confidence. It's not enough. You have to still have the record there, Fani.
I will just take a quote from Jamie Dimon, who said, if you're calling your critics lunatics or ignorance, you better watch out. 74 million of them are out there and they're voting, and you just can't dismiss half of that crowd.
Well, actually, everyone else can dismiss the crowd. It's in politics where you have to be elected, or if you're up against the law, and public opinion does still sway the law, that she has to deal with that. And I have to deal with it too here online. Public opinion on me, you win some, you lose some. So far, I've been doing pretty good.
Also, always remember, a man is not a plan. As Fani herself said.
Thank you. That's how you get banned. If this was a basketball game, it would be a dunk. Let's go Celtics.
Now, he said dunk and Celtics, and I am not going to bring up basketball on my political entertainment show. I resent that he threw that on at the end. But a man is not a plan. The idea that she is going to go forge a relationship with Nathan Wade, I believe that relationship is already over. I think it was over before the ink dried on the money they were printing.
Fani Willis, the Georgia Supreme Court ruled against her, and a judge in a case with a rapper, Young Thug. Basically, it was unraveling that the defense attorney, Brian Steele, had this alleged plot by Fani and the judge to intimidate witnesses.
That's just how corrupt Fulton County is. I did not go into that judge. I could have showed you. They tried jailing one of the lawyers, and the lawyer was going to get thrown out, but he ended up getting out they ended up appealing it, and it failed. And so anyways, the whole system over there is so corrupt. And it's like spaghetti, a tangle of spaghetti. I couldn't even make heads or tails of it. I really need to get an expert on here like Phil Holloway or something and help us all figure it out. But it's a distraction.
There's some, evidence that she did that with Nathan Wade's ex-wife before this all came to light with what she's facing now.
That is about the witness intimidation by the judge, and that this is a tactic that she used. Other people use that. When they can't win an argument, they're going to try to intimidate you. Anyone who tries to intimidate me, usually with crowd peer pressure going, everyone says, everyone thinks this. What do you think of the crowds? That's a form of intimidation. And it's not how you can't win an argument. And you don't get to the truth by doing that.
On trial, if he's in the White House.
I do believe that he can.
Okay.
I don't believe that it looks good to the rest of the world. But certainly, I don't think that there's anything that would prevent that from happening.
Yeah, so that's Nathan Wade on CNN saying he believes Trump could still have to go to court even if he's in the White House, which is ridiculous because Nathan Wade, he'll be forgotten after this fall.
What if he's convicted?
I don't understand the question. If he's convicted, then just like any other defendant who's convicted, then you go through the sentencing process.
Not if you win the White House, you don't. I say we excuse him. I imagine he'd go through all of the legal challenges he'd have Trump would to the system before he would ever go for excusing himself. And he's got a lot, in the case of Fulton County, Georgia, those charges are not going to stick, according to Mike Davis. Listen to this.
So Big Fani Willis hired her big dumb boyfriend, Nathan Wade, who we just saw. She paid him $250 an hour in taxpayer funds, Fulton County funds, and federal COVID funds. She paid him $700,000, and then she took illegal kickbacks.
Okay, that's just the summary of where we've been. I just liked his little catch up there. Now you know what has been going on. Let's go to the future now.
She's going to get disqualified from this case. Her office is going to get disqualified from this case. And any sane, non-corrupt prosecutor who's brought in to handle this case will dismiss these charges because it's not a crime to object to a presidential election.
So we will see this case dismissed eventually if it goes through the proper channels, or if there's any such a thing as justice in the country. I do still believe there could be some, but Lady Justice has seen better days. She's waning. She's in a coma.
It's allowed by the Electoral Count Act of 1887 and the First Amendment. Big Fani and her dumb boyfriend, Nathan Wade, may be the people who go to prison.
And that's the main thing I wanted to end on a happy note, that not that I champion anyone going to prison, but I do champion the idea of justice. If justice occurs, and I do believe Fani has done something illegal with her boyfriend. If that's true and the justice system works out, they will go to prison. And if they go to prison, I just find it that if she tried to get Trump thrown in prison and she ends up going to prison, then she has been judged by the standard that she judged someone else. And I agree with that. That's in the Bible.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Doug in Exile. I'll definitely be sure to leave the original video link down in the description box below. For those who want to go over there and check that out, I'll ask you guys to go over there and show our friend Doug a bit of love. Oh my goodness, guys. Talk about more great news. Another good update. We got, favorable news coming. If this scenario plays out, justice is actually served. Between Fani Willis, her boyfriend Nathan Wade, we potentially be seeing these two go to jail, serve some time. And I'm definitely not in favor of celebrating anyone, being imprisoned or going to jail. But I mean, you're out here doing all this dirt, all these wrongdoings, then trying to cover it up, hide it, lie in court, perjure yourself on the stand. I think you need to be held accountable at least once. I mean, with the way Fani Willis has completely dodged and skipped over all accountability, guys. She's got it set to 0% every single time. She feels like she's losing in the American folks' eye, or, those on the left who still, I don't know who's believing, but they still believe somehow what Fani Willis has got to say. She goes and runs that church. She's trying to say that there's only one reason why this is coming about. It's because of the color of her skin. Guys, I'm a black man. I can tell you right now, if there was a white woman, a yellow woman, a green woman, a blue, it doesn't matter what color woman you are. If you've done the amount of wrongdoings, corruption that Fani Willis is partaking in while serving as the district attorney over there in Fulton County, Georgia, guys, you would be underneath the jail. I mean, the only true reason why we're seeing Fani Willis getting away and skating for this long is because she is on the left and she is going after, a political opponent, Donald Trump. He is the most hated amongst the left. So that's why they're allowing for this to go on. But if Fani Willis is on the right and try to do any of what, she done while she's a district attorney, as far as taking advantage, stealing from disadvantaged kids, all types of, help programs, that she's just funneling money out of the programs into her pocket, her and her boyfriend Nathan Wade, and taking trips with the money. I mean, that right there, that alone could get you sent to prison. And that's what I think she needs to be held accountable for the most. I mean, you're taking advantage of these kids that you see are already in a bad position, This is your chance to help, save these kids, redirect their lives. And yet you see that and you take the low road, you go as low as possible, stealing all that money. It's like the Grinch, stealing at Christmas from all little who's in Whoville. And that's what Fani Willis essentially done. She stole Christmas, stole those kids' chance spot of turnaround. This could have been their chance to turn around their lives. All these excuses that we're seeing being tossed up there at that church by Fani Willis to dodge accountability need to stop, guys. We're seeing her trying to use all types of cheap cop-outs all the way down to her name, where she's saying my name is pronounced Fani. They're trying to make fun or poke fun at my name and say it's Fanny. If I can recall, guys, when her father was testifying on the stand, he himself even called her Fanny. So either, he's a bad father, a terrible father, and he doesn't even know his own daughter's name, or she's just picking reasons why she should be the victim. Guys, definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, guys. When are we going to see Fani Willis, her boyfriend, taking accountability for all their actions, all their wrongdoings? Hop in the comment section, guys. Let me know what you're thinking on that. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button. Share this out to as many Facebook friends as possible. You guys share the truth. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. It doesn't cost one thing, you guys. Hit that like button for your boy. And also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next week.